Hello, YouTubers. So you want to be a drummer, right? Well, this is the video for you. My name is Gemini Drums. That's my YouTube name. And today I'm going to show you what it is to play the drums. And today, for your first drum lesson, we're going to just go over what the drums are. This is for really beginners who don't know much about drums or anything about drums. So I'm going to show you and tell you what the name of each drum is, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So the first drum that I'm going to show you is a snare drum. This is a snare drum, and this is the main drum that's going to give you the sound that help you with the groove and keep you on the one. So this is a snare drum, and we'll go over why I have duct tape and stuff on it later on. But for now, this is called a snare drum. This tom right here is your high tom. It's a tom. People just say tom-tom, and this is a mid-tom. So just tom-toms. And this right here, as you can see, it's on the floor. So we call it the floor tom. And this right here is the kick drum, bass drum. That's your kick drum, bass drum. The kick drum pedal. There's your pedal that's hit the kick drum. And this over here is called a hi-hat, and it's held together with the clamp. We'll go over the details of that later on. And this is the hi-hat stand. And these up here will be your cymbals. We have a splash cymbal. You hit it, it's like a short thing. This is a crash cymbal, which gives you like that crash when you want to accent on stuff. And this one is a ride cymbal when you want to just kind of ride the groove and you want to, come off this hi-hat. So you just ride on this, and we'll get into that later. But for now, this is just a basic 5-piece drum set. If you don't have a drum set, later on I'll show you different things we can do to where you can still kind of learn how to play the drum. So that's my 5-piece drum set. And this here is a cowbell as a percussion part of the instrument. So that's a cowbell, which can give you like a different sound. So that's the drums, okay? Now, in the first lesson of playing the drums is how to hold your sticks. Because if you don't know how to hold your sticks, it'd probably make it awkward playing the drums. Now, I'm gonna show you the way that I play. I play what they call the match grip. And as you can see, both of my hands match. You see? My hands are matching. Now, all you have to do is kind of feel the balance of the stick. Like if you put it in between your, I guess, index finger and your thumb, I guess that's what that is. And you kind of like do the stick like that, it give you a little, so you can, get some control of the stick. And then you grab it with your hands, but you can still like if you, when you grab it like this, you don't have as much control. You see how it's not moving? Like when you do it like this, you get more, okay. I'm not gonna stop this and rewind it when I mess up. Okay, we gonna just keep on going with this because I'm not doing all that editing. Nope. So as you learn, I'm learning, okay? Because I've never given a drum lesson like this before. So again, hold your stick and do it like this. Find the point, because if you hold it too low and try to do it, it's going to be really hard to do it. So you want to find that right balance of the stick when you doing it like that, to where it's just easy to, it just feels easy. Like, I guess if you have about this much of your stick, you know, I don't know, about, what is that, about 2 inches or so from the butt of the stick. And this is the drum, the tip of the stick, the butt and the stick, I mean tip. Okay, so anyway, this is the match grip. As you can see, it's like if somebody hands you something, like you go to shake somebody's hand, and then you just, you know, hold it in and shake their hand. That's the way you kind of hold the stick, like you shaking somebody's hand. So you want to hold the stick and shake the stick, okay? So that's the match grips. And then you can, you know, get the feel of, you know, just how they feel. Just doing this alone, you could kind of feel what it feels like, okay? So that's holding your stick with the match grip. Now in the traditional grip, this is what they use for when you playing in a marching band. You still hold, if you're right-handed, you know, you still hold this one with the match grip, but on this hand, you're gonna hold the stick, you hold your hand out, you hold your hand open. Let's see if I can show you this. And you put the stick between your thumb, this finger, and this finger. And then the other finger is gonna be behind it. So you're holding it like this. I know this is not the, you know, this is not as comfortable for most drummers. And most people, when they get on the drum, they're gonna just automatically go to the match grip. But this grip right here, this is more for like your marching bands. When you're playing on a drum line, they tend to go with the traditional grip, you know. And each grip has its own benefits. The match grip give you, I think it gives you more power in your stroking when you finally get to hitting the drums. The match grip will give you more power. The traditional grip will help you on what they call rudiments, and that's, you know, going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and then we'll get into all that other stuff later of what rudiments are. But for now, I would suggest using the match grip. You know, that's the only that's the only grip that I use when I play the drums, okay? So it's up to you as you learn how to play the drums. You can decide how you want to do it. But for now, we're gonna go with the match grip. So that's how you should be holding your stick and how your stick should feel in your hands. Okay, so we got our sticks, how to hold a stick. So you're almost there, almost ready to play on the real drums. Okay, now what we want to do is, this is the drum set, okay? Here's our drum set. So what I want to teach you is on the kick drum, the bass drum with your foot. When you push down, I want to show you how your foot could be on the bass drum when I'm hitting it, okay? So right now I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod, and then I'm gonna put it on the kick drum to show you how your foot can be placed on the bass drum, okay? Okay, here's the bass drum. My foot is on the bass pedal. This is what we call flat-footed on the pedal. Just kind of feel the pedal, and you can feel the spring. This is flat-footed. So if you do like that, and a lot of people will start off playing like that, where you take your foot and you just pressing down on the pedal and making the kick drum go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can count when you doing it, so you learn how to count, and because you're the timer of the groove, so you got to know how to count and feel it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you don't have to take your foot all the way up off the pedal. You can keep your foot on it And you know, because some people want to take your foot off the pedal and come back down, but just keep your foot on the pedal. You're gonna play flat foot, or you just figure out how to do it. But that's one way to play. But a lot of people, and this is the way I play up on the back of my foot. It's like you're standing on your tippy toe. The back of I'm up on my toes. So I'm putting my toes about here on the bass pedal. Just kind of tap it. You'll get more power and a little bit more control on the dynamics of hitting it. Like when you do it, you just all on see, the back of my foot is not down. It's just, and then some people, you know, you could tap it. So kind of get used to how it sounds with the kick pedal. You see how that's have more of a definition to it than when I play flat-footed. You probably can't tell too much, but this way will get more tiring with your ankle when you're playing a lot. If you play like this, it's going to make it really hard on your ankles. They're going to be sore and stuff. So it's actually easy to play up on your toes, the ball of your foot. So that's how we're going to do the kick drum, okay? So kick drum, there we go. And now let's go over to the hi-hat. This is the hi-hat. I'm sure by now you know how to put your hi-hat together. You have this little hi-hat, what they call a clutch, and you pull it off. You have a screw on the inside of that, and you just screw it up together. You screw that together. I'm holding the camera, so I'm not gonna unscrew it for you. But you put it, you wanna adjust the hi-hat. You wanna adjust the hi-hat. You take your clutch off, and right here it's loose, so when it's loose, you can see how this go up and down. When you step on the pedal, you push the pedal down, and that goes down. And what you want to do, you want to push the pedal down a little bit. And what you tighten it up, and then you kind of like, you know, you just step on it. Right now, I'm not doing a heel toe. Right now, I'm just kind of like, that's all flat foot. And I'm just opening and closing with my foot one. And see that goes up and down. Do it where it feels comfortable to you, where you can keep time. If you have it too much, like see how open that is? See how long and it takes more to close that. So you don't really want it up that much. You want to find that perfect, you know, open and close. You want to find that perfect open and close that work for you, so you can just open and close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay, so let's get the hi-hat adjusted to where it feels good when you open and close it. You'll know how it feels. I can't tell you how it's should feel for you, but it should be easy to do. It shouldn't be difficult, okay? So now I'm going to show you a kick drum and hi-hat at the same time. Okay. Okay. Back to the wide out. We don't necessarily need our sticks right now, but we're on the kick drum, and you have your foot on the hi-hat. I showed you how to open and close it, so you can also do the what I would call being on your toes, the ball of your foot on the hi-hat also. And then when you, let me see if I can show you. Like a lot of times you keep this is going to keep your timing. This is like your main thing for keeping that time. This is going to be your timer, actually. When you get into it later on, you'll see that this helps you lock in the time. Okay, so And by doing your foot, when you're doing it, like I have it closed, but as it's closed, I'm still keeping the time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, but it's closed, okay? All right, I get 5, 6, 7, 8 open. And I'm doing that on my on my toes, okay? I would just call it my toes, okay? Up on your toes for open and close, 4, 5, 6. And when you do it, you want to make it nice and clean. You don't want a bunch of you don't want a bunch of all that stuff. See how that is? You want to close it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the same thing with the kick drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, I'm going to do something which gonna be a little bit more for coordination. Because when you play the drums, your coordination is just going to have to be off the chain. If you want to play like some of these other YouTube drummers like J-Rod, Marcus Thomas, you know, look up these drummers. They're excellent drummer. Marcus Thomas, female, you got the Pocket Queen. There's all kinds of drummers on YouTube. And don't get discouraged by looking at how good they can play, because trust me, these people can play. They need to be the one giving you the lesson, the drum lessons, not me, because I ain't the one that's, well, I'm okay, you know. But, you know, you got to have faith in yourself, and you got to have that positivity when you're playing. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to, you know, you got to feel, you got to own it. You can't be like just all timid, like, you got to, if you want to be great, you got to own it, okay? As you can see, I'm in the garage, so that tells you how good I am. But, hey, I'm here to try to help you to get great, okay? You know, you can always learn from somebody, and anybody, no matter what level they are, you can still learn from them. So don't think just because you're not at somebody's level that they can't learn from you and you can't learn from them. And vice versa, don't think just because you're better than somebody that the other people ain't no good, because next thing you know, they could surpass you. So just let everybody be what they are. This is just the drums. And enough of all this rant. Let's get on to the lesson. Y'all don't want to hear all this, but I'm gonna tell you some things to help you out when you're playing the drum, because playing the drums is also more than playing the drums. When you get to play with other people, you have personalities, and all this stuff's going to come into play. And you may see that it may be for you, it may not be for you, because musicians will tell you, dealing with other musicians, oh God, we'll get into that later. It's so much fun, so much fun. And it really is when you get a group of people who really love what they're doing, it can be amazing. But when you get in with a bunch of people who just don't really care about what they're doing and don't care about your time, then it can be really upsetting, and, you know, make you be like, what am I doing this for? You know, what you do is you just leave them and go about your business till you find something that works for you. But we're not there yet. We're just now learning what the drums are, okay? Now, as I was saying, this kick thing is going to help you with coordination with your legs, okay? So what we're going to go is kick, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, hi-hat, 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 kick. I don't know how many times that was, but that gives you a little bit of coordination. Now, this time we're going to do it with both of them at the same time, which can be a little difficult also because you're doing it with both of them, okay? So we're going to go kick, hi-hat on each one, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. That's a little bit more, you know, because you're doing it together. And a lot of times your body gonna want to do things together when you don't want it to do it together. But that's one of them things that when you want to do together, it may not be all that easy, but you can do it. I know you can do it. I can do it, you can do it, okay? Now that we've gone over that, this will be the end of our lesson for today, and then you can work on some of these things, you know. But this is something that I show every drummer every person who asks me how to play drums, or can you teach me something how to play on drums? Now, this is what I call the easiest beat for the drums. Okay, I got my stick, and it's pretty much the Billie Jean beat by Michael Jackson. And what you do, like we were going kick, hi-hat. So what we want to do, remember how I was telling you how to hold your stick, and as I'm doing this, you see how my hand's doing this? Okay, because you do that for a stroke, so that's a down stroke, you know. So hit the drum and you feel it bounce off. Now, a lot of people will teach you your rudiments and stroking, you know, which most drummers be like, most people who want to play the drums, like, I don't want to know that. I want to know how to play a beat. Show me how to play a beat, you know. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you how to play a beat first. And then I had somebody coming in here, so, you know, I'm in the garage trying to be by myself, so we're alone now. So I'm going to just show you how to play a beat. So this is the Billie Jean beat, okay? Now what I'm going to do is, it's going to be, okay, like I said, you see this? So we're gonna do this together on the hand. So it's gonna be kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. Watch your stroking on your hand, you know, stroke it down, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. Now we need to add this hand on the hi-hat. The hi-hat is closed. Like I remember how I told you this was the timer? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna go kick, snare on the kick on the 1. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just do, if you're finding that to be difficult, let's break it up. We're gonna do the 1 and the 3 on the kick drum only, with the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the hi-hat, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick, 2, 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 1. Okay? So then you have to add, the 2 should be the snare, the 2 and the 4 is the snare. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, snare, kick, together. On the 2, you're doing this down together, so it's like 1. Okay, this is gonna be on every beat. So this will be with the kick drum and the snare. So kick together, snare together, kick together, snare together, kick together, snare together. And as I said, attitude and the way that you hit the drums is everything on how it's going to sound. Because it don't matter how good your drums are or how bad they are. If you know how to play the drums, you can make a bad set sound good, and you definitely going to make a good set sound good. But if you don't know how to hit your drums right, then it's just going to sound a mess. So look for that sweet spot on your drums when when you're stroking it. Like I said, you got to flick that wrist, get that pop on it and dig into it with your kick drums and stuff. And before long, people be asking you to play in their band. Trust me, just learning something simple as this will help go a long way for you being the timer and the leader of the band, because the drummer is the leader of the band no matter what anybody say, because if you slow down the tempo, the whole band got to slow down. If you speed up the tempo, the whole band's going to speed up. But they're going to be looking at you crazy now. Don't think you're going to just get away with doing that. You better put it in the pocket. That's all I'm saying. Put it in the pocket. So we're going to go out on this. The Billy... I want to give you the 1E and a 1 and 2. And I'm going to put the ands on the hi-hat. Right now we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4. But in between the 1 and 2 is 1 and. It's the upbeat 1 and. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So when you do that on the hi-hat, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So that's why, remember when I was showing you how to do your stick like this? Because that's what is going to help when you're doing that. So you you using your, you're using that wrist. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you come on the, you can put the accent on the 1s and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and let's do it slow, because I might be going too fast for some of the, because you are beginners. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and see how we lift them up. And so I'm not going like this, 4 and 1 and 2. See, that just it don't sound the same as you see how that sound when I'm lifting 2 and 3 and 4 and so you're lifting up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's like and 4 and another thing that I'm doing on the hi-hat, which will help you, it's like I'm going tip, and then I'm going, like I'm hitting it with the tip, like, and then it's like you're doing like this on the, see that, that's how you get that sound. So actually the first one, when I come down on the first one, I'm hitting it with this part of the stick. And then the second one, I'm hitting it with the tip of the stick. So it's, that's how your hand will get you that motion. You see how you get that motion? Tip right there. This is gonna be on the hi-hat like that. So it's like, and then you come, next hit's gonna be on the tip. So that's how you get that sound. So it ain't just all tip, tip, tip. See how that sound? For 1, 2. You could do this also. Some playing may call for this, but this way give you that groove where you can feel more in the groove when you're doing it. See, a lot of this you may not can see, but you can definitely feel it, you know. Listen to this, okay? Now watch me do it the other way. See how it, see when I do it like that? It just don't have that, you know, you can feel it. You feel it more when you do it like that versus just all tip. It makes a big difference on how you sound. That's gonna get you the gigs, just knowing how to get those different sounds out of your drums. So, and that would be considered 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, those are quarter notes. These are eighth note. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I play by ears. I used to know all this stuff, but some of it I can show you. I'm gonna call these 8th note because this is a 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quarter note, and then you go 3, 4, 1, and 2, and we'll call this 8. So to do the Billie Jean perfectly, you have to put those 8s on the hi-hat, not just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, like I said, you want to go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You can get a metronome that's on your phone if you want to stay in time. And once you get it to where you feel comfortable, like you may want to slow that down where it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and get it to where you feel it 3 and 4 and then 2. Like I said, you're the timekeeper, so whatever you do, the band gonna do it. So if you're going, you can't be all over the place. Once you get your time, you better lock it. Otherwise, you're gonna get fired, and we did all this for nothing. We don't want you to get fired. So if you take nothing else out of this lesson, you're the timekeeper. Keep your job, okay? Keep your job once you get it. You lock that time in. So get a metronome on your phone, learn to play with it, or play to the actual track of the song that you're gonna learn. And I'm gonna show you how to play by ear later on in some of our other lessons. But today, there we go. Your first drum lesson. And if you can do what I've showed you, you're on your way. And as I said earlier, if you don't have a drum set, you probably left the video by now, but we're gonna get into how you can learn songs. And the easiest way to learn a song is not to put the song that you want to learn on and then hop on your drums at the same time. You need to put the song on and listen and break it down. So when you get on the drums, you know what they're doing. You just ain't doing what you want to do, because the worst thing you can do is play with somebody who's putting their own stuff on a song, and people ain't trying to hear that. You know, no matter how bad you are, most people want to hear what a song sound like. They don't want to hear too many variations of what the song shouldn't sound like, and the song probably won't sound like it, and they're gonna be like, what they playing? I don't know. It sound okay. Oh, is that what that song is? You don't want people saying, is that what that song is when you play a song? You want them to know what that song is from the first beat in. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I'm gonna have more drum lessons coming for you. Okay?